Kigali Bilingual Church was established in 2012. In the earliest years before its establishment, members gathered at Adventist University of Central Africa, Auka. From different areas within Kigali, members assembled on Sabbaths and during weekdays worship. There were well-organized children and youth programs, and all the facilitations needed were provided. Kids had their Sabbath school in the surroundings, and all other church services were delivered in family mode. It was a happy place to be. Later after, the university administration launched a project to renovate its Gishushu buildings. It changed the left members of the church scattered, some continuing in Masoro, where the university relocated, and others returning to their nearby local churches. One of the members of the church, Claude Nisabagabo, told us about the situation.
During this time, while the church was scattered, it was a big challenge for believers to locate themselves into other churches while being already registered into the university church. And the journey to the Masoro campus to some was not favorable as well.
Since then, the church administration sought for a place to reunite, for it was necessary for the Awuka church to be dedicated to only students and staff of the university.
The school administration was planning to implement a student and staff-only church programs policy, and there was presence of different believers from various places gathering in the church, which were not among its staff members or students. That's when, in the midst of those challenges, we have to find a place for relocating the church. The church board came to an agreement that the Remera Secondary Hall will be used temporarily while we organize ourselves to start the new church.
It was in February 2012 when members reunited in the Tribune alongside Remera's temple. At that time, the total of members was 259. Some days later, the church business meeting was held to name the new church Kigali Bilingual Church, with a big dream of having its building. From that time, members started offering for the building in faith that they would also get the construction site, as Dina Uwanghura testifies. Reaching here, we desired a plot of land so that we could have a church building. We thank God for His love and grace upon us. We searched for a plot in nearby areas such as Kachiru and Remera, but unfortunately got one in Kitrakiro. Personally, it was too far from my home. By then, I had planned to commit with others in building, but then attend a different church. Later on, we got a plot right here. We never imagined such a building to be constructed here in this place, because it was a bit hidden and messy. The project began with commitments by church members and support from various friends. We really are grateful to God. The leadership of the newly established church and construction experts began searching for a plot and finally landed on one in Kitrakiro in front of Nobleza Hotel. A thorough inspection was made and found that the plot was too soft to maintain the planned building. As we were told by the head of the church, Ngaji Alphonse, there had to be change of plans.
We tried to look for a plot in Kitrakiro. Unfortunately for us, the land was not convenient. While the Rwanda Union Mission recognized the willingness of the church members to construct the new church despite those challenges, that's when they offered us this place. After hearing those good news, we immediately started to make preparations for implementing the project. It was not easy. The place was in a bad condition. We looked for engineers, and thanks to God, they all come from our church.
A lot of people contributed to the construction project. Church members and their friends across the world, the overall church leadership, and children who forgone their desires so as to accelerate the project, even in the hard times of COVID-19 pandemic.
Natanze amafaranga ibihumbi 10 kugira ngo nanjye nzateze inkunga ku rusengero.
Indeed, God had huge plans for His people, in a way that during the project they could always have morning devotions, and in result, some site workers dedicated their life to Jesus. Murundi is one of the site workers that God baptized.
After joining the Seventh-day Adventist Church, I was introduced to unusual cultures of praying. Morning prayers mostly helped me grow. Now I'm a changed man, and I'm a Seventh-day Adventist believer because of what I witnessed.
Today the church building was inaugurated. God's grace is manifested, and His miracles continue. Praise be to God for the work He has done for His people.
In the construction project of our church building, we have seen the hand of the Lord. We have seen God's miracles through the selfless giving of members, visitors, Adventists, non-Adventists. Everyone was involved, and here we are inaugurating our new church. At this very occasion, we thank you who is sitting in this new church, or who is watching us today as we are inaugurating and dedicating our church to the Lord. May God bless you indeed for supporting the construction project of our church building. God bless you abundantly.
The building is expected to be completed at a cost of about 700 million, with a capacity to accommodate up to 1,500 people. We thank everyone regardless of the amount of money they have contributed to this project. You've been generous in giving of your wealth. May God be glorified. Join me in a prayer so that He may dwell in our hearts, that we will always be rejoicing and glorifying Him. Amen. Thanks for watching. Narration was done by Stella Sugera.